views and opinions expressed in this podcast by the host or the guest do not necessarily reflect the views of Paranormal Buzz Radio or its sponsors. Use of any material produced by Paranormal Buzz Radio without express written consent is strictly prohibited. For information on everything Paranormal Buzz Radio has to offer, visit our website, paranormalbuzzradio.com. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to Exploring the Unknown with Rebecca and Shay. Taking stories from today's news, Rebecca and Shay will explore everything from the paranormal, supernatural, the strange and unusual, unsolved mysteries, and more. Join them as they delve deep into the unknown and mysterious. Taken from news headlines. Water cooler chat with a paranormal twist. Only on Paranormal Buzz Radio. Hey, Rebecca, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm okay. I sound worse than I feel, but...
Yeah, I hear you. The sun came up, all my snow melted, and now the grass is starting to do its thing, and...
Oh, you're so lucky. We have 45 to 50 miles per hour winds today. I lost electricity last night, along with 20,000 other New Hampshire people.
Wow. Yeah, no, it's starting to kind of look like spring out here, kind of. Not all the way, but kind of.
Not even close. No.
It's kind of crazy because, like, 2 weeks ago, it was negative 20, and now we're, like, here we are, spring.
Yeah,
like
last I looked, we were at 6 degrees, but with the wind chill and everything else, it was below zero.
I think we're at, I don't know, I guess I could look. 43 degrees today.
Okay, we're not, no, I am so cold. And I'm just waiting for another one of these trees to freaking fall on my house. Because I can hear them snapping.
Ugh.
Yeah. So we have a long article. So
we do, but I'm excited about this one. This looks like a good one.
Me too, but I just want to get right into it is what I mean. And again, apologize to the listeners. I have a sinus infection, so I'm going to try to mute if I sneeze or blow my nose or any of those fun body functions. If not, I apologize in advance.
It happens. It happens.
It does.
So today's article is from Rolling Stone. 13 musicians with paranormal experiences. And this is from October when all the good Halloween articles come out. And this is from 2016 as well. So.
Yes.
So from Alice Cooper and Adele to Kesha and Kendrick Lamar, some of our favorite musicians have had some spooky encounters. Halloween is right around the corner, but according to some of your favorite musicians, so is the occasional ghost. You have yet to immerse yourself in the wacky world of celebrity ghost stories. Fear not. Here's a list of some of the strangest paranormal claims from Alice Cooper to Aaron Carter to Adele. So maybe fear a little bit because some of these accounts are actually pretty terrifying. Well, let's see how terrifying they are.
Let's see.
Ooh. Kendrick Lamar saw Tupac's ghost. Acclaimed rap artist and activist Kendrick Lamar claims to have been visited in his sleep by the ghost of the legendary Tupac Shakur. Lamar spoke of the incident to Homegrown Radio, recalling how Shakur's silhouette came to him and said, "Keep doing what you're doing. Don't let my music die." This experience later inspired the closing song to Pimp a Butterfly, titled Mortal Man, in which he samples his real-life interview with the fallen rap legend in 1994. Interesting.
On a side note, I'll tell you a story from like when Kate was 13 or 14. Because I've always been, believe it or not, I'm a country girl, but believe it or not, I'm a huge Tupac and Biggie fan. Huge. Believe it or not. Like,
yeah.
It goes against all the other music I listen to, but I'm a huge fan. and it comes up in Facebook memories every so often. My daughter thought, because this is how much I loved Tupac. She thought he was some kind of person or partnered with or was up there with the Dalai Lama. I'm not even kidding. So next time the memory comes up, I'll have to share it again. But she was like, "Oh yeah, he works with the Dalai Lama, right?" And I'm like, "What am I raising?"
Oh my goodness, that's interesting.
Oh no, it was funny. Like, she knew he wasn't the Dalai Lama, which is what it sounded like, but so every few years she corrects herself a little bit more. Like, I knew he wasn't a god. I knew he wasn't a priest. I knew he didn't work with but let me tell you, she had no idea.
Well, this guy kind of sounds like he feels the same way about Tupac.
I don't like rap. I really don't. But those two men, especially, Sean Combs is another one, Puff Daddy, whatever the F you call him this week. But I am fans, and I'm a country person. So.
Yeah, they've got some good stuff. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. That one kind of makes me think that maybe he was just like, yeah, I saw the ghost, and now he's... Yeah, like, I don't know about that one. Yeah. Next one, Ace Frehley's connection to the other side.
All right, who's Ace Frehley?
Well, I was wondering that myself. The next sentence answers that question.
Sorry, okay.
Founding Kiss guitarist Ace Frehley.
I knew it sounded familiar. Thank you. Sorry, Kiss. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, please forgive me.
These, Kiss fans are very devoted. Very devoted.
I'm also a rock fan. 80s rock, especially.
I have some friends that are really, really big and into the band Kiss, and yeah, I don't know.
I'm not really a big Kiss fan. I don't hate them, but I know and recognize. But especially 80s, 90s music. You know that new show has nothing to do with this, but I'm going to say it anyways. Name That Tune, the remake of it. I rock that son of a bitch. Yeah. So as long as it's nothing after 2015, I'm good.
Right, exactly.
All right.
Ace Frehley recounts 2 different occasions when both his wife and daughter were violently pushed down the steps of their home by what he claims to have been a ghost. I always had a sense that there was some type of connection with me and the other side, Frehley explained on Celebrity Ghost Story. Not long after Frehley purchased a large family home in Westchester, New York, he noticed things being moved around from place to place. Once he discovered his daughter at the foot of the staircase. Frehley attributed whatever presence he'd noticed in the home before must have been an evil spirit. His marriage fell apart and his daughter moved out, but once he moved back to the property with his new wife, she immediately picked up on the eeriness without ever knowing about the spirit on the staircase. She, too, claims to have been pushed down those same steps. A psychic told Frehley that his house had previously been inhabited by an abusive mother who murdered her children in the home.
All right, so is it just me, or is he blaming the divorce on the haunted house?
It kind of sounds that way, but I like how he, picks up a new wife and comes right back with her.
Has nothing to do with 80 stars and their on-road adventures, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Next one, Kesha's sexy supernatural energy. Of course, Kesha. Pop singer Kesha admitted in an interview with Ryan Seacrest that she believes she once had sex with a ghost. I got a song.
Wait a minute. What?
But wait, you have to listen to this next part though. Quote unquote, I've got a song called Supernatural, she explained. That song was about having sex with a ghost. I lived in this flop house at Royal Canyon, and there was this weird energy that lived there, and it used to keep me up at night and wake me up. And it progressed into this dark sexual spirit. It did scare me, but that's the part of the fun of it.
any comments, but I don't want to offend anybody.
Oh my goodness.
Can I just say right off the bat, any unwanted sexual advancements or unwanted sex is not fun.
No, but it doesn't sound like it was unwanted here.
Oh my God.
It does not sound like it was unwanted. I'm just saying. Now I want to go listen to that song.
Okay. I have no words.
Oh boy, this one's probably going to be another one.
I just saw the next title and I was thinking the same thing. Like, holy crap, we're in trouble.
Yeah, obviously this was written before this year.
Yeah.
Marilyn Manson summons Underworld. No one should be surprised to hear that a musician like Marilyn Manson once summoned the underworld. Simply a Christian school kid at the time, Manson recalls being pressured by his peers into reading incantations in a dark and supposedly haunted cellar. The controversial rocker, known for his Satan-worshipping ways, then claimed in an episode of Celebrity Ghost Stories that as he recited the lines of text by the glow of the book lighter, he heard demonic whispers asking if he believed in Satan.
I don't even want to acknowledge this one.
Yeah, I think that's probably...
I'm sorry, that's me.
Yeah, I hear you. Same.
All right.
Scroll past. Obviously,
Good.
This is an article. Alice Cooper's playful poltergeist. Of course, Alice Cooper's seen a ghost. Halloween and horror have always been part of the rock star's M.O., but even Cooper admits he couldn't have made up something like what happened to him in the abandoned rural New York house where he and Aerosmith's Joe Perry had holed up to write some new songs together. Both men were freshly sober at the time. They began to notice strange things happening in the home. It felt prankish, Cooper recalled during his appearance on Celebrity Ghost Story, like playful poltergeist. He remembers hearing what sounded like furniture being dragged through the basement. Once he went to investigate. He claims to have felt the pressure of a hand on his neck. Turned out the house was said to be haunted by the little boy who'd previously lived there before drowning in the lake. That one's kind of interesting.
It is. I love how they included him and Joe were sober at the time. Because anybody that knows these two, which I love their music, huge fans, but you have to say whether they, because,
well,
it was that time.
You know.
I do know. So, but very talented people.
Oh, yeah, super talented.
Yeah.
Huh. Good. Interesting. Wonder what songs came out of that songwriting expedition.
I know. I wish you'd said it.
Mm-hmm. Me too. Next one. I don't even know this singer.
I don't either. I was just thinking that.
Cherry Curry's Ouija board obsession. Never ask the spirits in because they will come, warns Cherry Curry in her episode of Celebrity Ghost Stories. The singer and trailblazing frontwoman of legendary punk outfit The Runaways.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
I'm not fans, but I do know them.
Okay. Explains how she's come to regret a preteen obsession with the Ouija board that sent her into fits of rage when anyone tried to take it away. I wanted to reach out to the other side, but wish I hadn't. She remembers once while asking the board about boys and future kisses that it moved on its own. Oh, you're pretty, spelled the board, claiming to be a man. Curie claims to have spent hours sitting alone in her room communicating with the board, feeling herself transition from happy young girl to someone dark and brooding with a dangerous obsession. Curry attributes her rage-filled and abusive behavior towards her family to being consumed by whatever spirits came out of it.
Wow.
Yeah, I would say that is not how you're supposed to use a Ouija board.
No. But, then again, I'm not an expert, so I don't know, but that if it was real, that would be scary.
Yeah. Yeah, I just, using it by yourself in a room all the time,
yeah,
probably not a good idea.
Isn't that one of the top rules? You're not supposed to use a Ouija board by yourself.
I would think so, but I don't know.
I'm like 99.9% sure that's the first rule. Never use it alone. All right.
I would think.
I would think so too.
Adele's Haunted Mansion. Once multi-platinum pop star Adele moved into a beautiful new $6 million home in 2012, she began to hear strange noises that gave her the creeps. The singer's lavish 25-acre West Sussex property had previously been a convent. Well, that's a change up. Fit with its very own shop. Apparently, it was so spooky sounds she'd heard that she upped her security to around-the-clock surveillance and tacked on 2 additional groundsmen to protect her from whatever spirits may have been lurking around. I have questions.
I have so many questions. I guess I should watch these shows, but I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they sell a convent, a rock star buys it,
yeah,
and then she hires bodyguards to protect her from ghosts.
I have no idea. I actually
questions.
Is it Kim Russo that does Celebrity?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
I think that's her name. I could be wrong. I can't think with the sinus pressure, but I actually like her.
I've watched Celebrity Ghost Stories before. It's been a long time, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I thought, interesting. It's interesting. Mainly because you've got like the celebrity that you know, and then to hear them, their ghost stories, because they're amateurs. They're not like paranormal investigators. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why we've talked about this before. That's why I liked the Rob Lowe one with his 2 kids.
Yeah.
I did watch every episode of that one. Just because he's not like, I'm a paranormal investigator. No, it's just them running around being afraid and trying their best, and I did watch that one.
Right. Yeah, I mean, well, like Adele here, let's hire some more bodyguards.
Yeah. What? At least you thought to do something.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we don't know what type of activity she was seeing here, but I mean, interesting. Really interesting.
Now this next one I have a question on.
Aaron Carter's grandma apparates.
Aaron Carter is the little brother of Jessica Simpson's ex-husband, Nick Carter. Is that his name? Right?
Yes.
All right.
Right.
That was my question.
Yeah. Aaron Carter, triple platinum recording artist and younger brother of Backstreet Boys' Nick Carter.
Thank you. See, I should read the stories I send you.
Never told his family about the promise he made with his dying grandmother. According to the singer's segment on Celebrity Ghost Stories, Carter's fun-loving grandma enjoyed pulling scary pranks on him as a kid. But even still, nothing scared him more than when she was diagnosed with terminal cancer. Poor grandma.
No.
While his grandmother was a lifelong believer in life after death, Aaron admits he wasn't too convinced until she revealed herself to him through a candle she made him promise to light when she had passed. He claims that once he blew it out, her ghost apparated in the room with a cold blast that took her shape and said, "I told you."
Aww.
I told you so.
Oh, I like that one.
I do too. That's kind of a neat one.
It is. Whether we can't say it's factual or not, but either way, I'm sure it gave him some closure.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
that's kind of a neat one. I wonder if he ended up having more experiences from her ghost, but
Yeah. I was going to say Nick. That's not his name. Aaron, if you're listening, which I know you're not, reach out to us. Let us know.
yeah, for sure. That could happen.
Yeah. It could.
Tiffany battles a demon.
Right? Is this think we're alone now, right?
Yep. Before Tiffany became an 80s mall pop sensation, the younger singer struggled with lasting family demons that led her to explore the dark arts. In fact, she found an outlet for her home life frustrations through dabbling in black magic. What?
Tiffany, what you thinking, girl?
That's not the image of Tiffany I have. I'm just going to say that right now. That is not the image of Tiffany I have.
Nope.
Tiffany and her girlfriends acquired a copy of the satanic verses and began to practice innocuous spells. And once her father told her she was not allowed to go to a party, she reached for her book. But shortly after, the demonic figure of a man with no eyes attempted to hold her down. She claims to have warded him off by the power of prayer and apologizing to God for her ever involving herself with demons. That is not the story that I would have picked to go with Tiffany. I'm just going to say that right now. That is.
No, you would think the sweet grandma story would be more of the.
Yeah.
The craft. Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Like, evil.
What?
Like, you would think Tiffany, the all-American girl who had some of her own demons because she was a teenager in pop culture and was not treated very good behind the scenes, but
right.
Yeah, of course she acted out. But that's not the way you would.
No, not what I was expecting. Interesting.
No. I've heard the next one before.
Bret Michaels sees a glowing orb. The Poison frontman Bret Michaels claims a paranormal encounter turned his life and career around. Down and out in the wake of his parents' divorce, the rebellious 17-year-old rocker found himself at odds with the creative spirit in a small town. Everything was caving in, he explained in a segment of Celebrity Ghost Stories. While in his friend's basement after a particularly disheartening band practice, he plugged into some headphones to relax. Plugged into some headphones. Okay, that's kind of a weird phrasing there. To relax, and saw a strange glowing orb from the corner of his eye. There was no rhyme or reason for this orb, said the man behind hair metal ballad Every Rose Has Its Thorn. He now claims that orb was the sign he needed to get out of a podunk town and pursue rock stardom. Is there more to this story? This
there is.
Not making sense to me.
There's a huge story. Ricky Rocket, I'm a huge Poison fan. Huge.
Gotcha.
Like, I can't even. Ricky Rocket also is big and supports the paranormal field. Like, huge. So, there is a lot more to the story.
Okay, yeah, because I don't know that an orb, just seeing the orb would be a catalyst, so I gotta leave this town. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, find us a bigger article on that one, Shay.
Okay. If I can't find that one, I can definitely find Ricky Rockets.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, because, I mean, I have seen an orb with my naked eye, and that one was like a very startling experience.
I have too. I call them light anomalies. I don't call them orbs, so I don't confuse people. But yes, I have too.
Yeah, and it was very startling. We were in a ballroom that had no electricity, and we saw a bright blue ball of light roll across the floor. And it was something. I mean, and we're on the third floor of a building that's built up on top of a tall bluff. So there's no way that it could be light reflecting from traffic or anything like that. That just was impossible.
Yeah, I've seen one light anomaly like that, kind of floating in the air, and then I saw a different kind that was a rod, like snake type one.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. If you ever want to see it, it's on my... You can't actually see the light anomaly. I didn't catch it, but you can catch the reactions. At first they called me crazy, and then it came back, and you can hear everybody else's. It was, like, crazy.
Yeah, this one was really... I mean, quick, and we didn't have any camera equipment out, so we didn't.
We did. We just didn't have it in the room. And even though we grabbed the camera, by the time we went back, and there was no windows in this room, it was crazy.
Yeah. So, yeah, I can see where it would be very startling to see one, because it was. But
Yep.
Next one. Ariana Grande believes in demons. Interesting.
Well, she's dated enough to know.
Probably a true story.
I'm going to get hate mail on that one.
Ariana Grande did not hold back about her beliefs in demons in an interview with Complex in 2013. According to some, fear of demons is a typical Florida thing. Okay. But the pop singer chose to discuss a particular experience that took place in Kansas at the Skull Cemetery, rumored to be one of the 8 earthly portals into hell. Grande recalls smelling sulfur in the car on the way there, which, according to her, is the sign of a demon, and then seeing 3 distinct faces in the background of a photo she took to try and see the ominous feeling she'd picked up on. She claims to have later seen a big black mass and red demonic flashes.
All right. Just
that
for the
sounds
record,
like she was friends with Nick Baggins. Zach Baggins.
for the record, the listeners could not hear my 3.5 big, huge eye rolls.
Maybe her and Zach are buddies now. I don't know.
Again, I always feel bad, well, only a tiny bit bad about making fun of some of these stories because we don't have the full story, but it's fun in the moment.
Well, true, right, exactly. I don't know. Maybe there's a longer story that makes that one sound a little better than that little snippet did.
I'm sure it did because this little story doesn't take up an hour of TV.
Right, exactly. Next one, Meatloaf. Meatloaf insists he had a paranormal encounter during the recording of his classic album, Bat Out of Hell. Like the haunting of Alice Cooper, the I Would Do Anything for Love singer claims that while he and producer Todd Rundgren were staying in upstate New York, seems to be a theme here, to work on the record, he saw a ghostly-looking woman in white. And I went, oh, man, Todd Rundgren groupie.
Oh, gosh.
As the encounters became more intrusive and one ripped. This is poor writing.
I lost my place. I was laughing so hard.
As the encounters became more intrusive and one ripped the sheets off his bed.
What the fuck? Just fudge is ripped.
I don't know. This is bad poor writing. Anyway, the singer admits he took sleeping pills out of fear.
Yeah, because if you're being haunted and you're scared, that is absolutely the thing to do. Take a bunch of sleeping pills.
Right?
That will save you.
Well, I guess you won't care if your sheets get ripped off of you if you're so passed out you don't notice.
I guess so.
Shares Sonny Bono visitations. Do you believe in life after death? Well, I mean, we're reading this article. Why?
I think they've been playing her famous song.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it now. Because pop icon Cher certainly does. The legendary hitmaker has claimed more than once that she receives playful visits from her late ex-husband, Sonny Bono. She told TMZ reporters it's a totally peaceful thing. She also responded to a question regarding whether or not she believes in spirits via Reddit AMA. Her answer, absolutely not. I love ghosts. I actually think Sonny makes a light go on. Well, that's kind of sweet.
It is.
And in keeping with Cher, that one makes sense.
It does. It really does.
And that's the last one?
It is. Those are fun.
Those were kind of fun. They were interesting. Like I said, some of them I was just like, what?
Yeah. But again, I think we're missing the bigger picture because we try to only pick short stories. for the
Right,
show.
right.
So we don't get
Some of those are
detail.
definitely longer stories, like that Bret Michaels one, and
Yeah.
hopefully the Ariana Grande one had a little more oomph to it than
They probably did.
possibly.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. All right, guys. On that note, we're going to finish this up, and I'm going to go lay on the couch and die.
Hope you get to feeling better, Shay. Oh,
I will. Actually, I sound worse. It's more annoying. It's just a sinus infection. I'm not like sick, but it's so annoying because you're stuffed up and you don't even talk right, and you cough, and we don't want to get into details, but it's more annoying than anything else. So
for sure.
Yeah. All right. So here's the deal. If you do not get the name of the podcast group right today, I'm changing the name.
All right. Well, here's hoping. So it's Exploring the Unknown with Rebecca and Shay podcast on Facebook.
You're looking at me. I don't know. We say it wrong so much. I have no idea.
I don't know. Maybe some people will find it.
If you put those words in, you can find it. But it's now a running joke of.
I'm not even really sure what it is anymore. I just say something and hope it's right.
All right. Let's see. Exploring the Unknown podcast with Rebecca and Shay.
Anyway.
Yes. I had to look it up. So, yes, I'm making fun of you, but I'm making fun of me too because I actually had to look it up to find the name of the group.
If I prepared, I'd look it up beforehand. But
but then our show wouldn't be as fun if we prepared stuff.
And as always, if you have an article to share, you can share it in the Facebook group, and we'll read your article and give you a shout out on there.
Yes, we will. Yeah. And if you have a really, really good story, maybe you want to be a guest, hit us up.
Yeah. You can do that too.
Yep. All right, guys, have a fantastic Sunday. Have a fantastic week, and we will see you next time.
See ya. Thanks, guys.